Hi, my peeps. This is Mimi, born to sparkle and shine. This conversation is based on the situations that happened on Memorial Day with race, but it's not a BLM discussion. Anyway, I've been dealing with my identity, searching with my identity about being a person of mixed race. Everyone's a mixed race, but enough race where people perceive you as a different race. Because there's people that are Irish and Spanish, and nobody can tell because they can pass as Caucasian. So it's not the same. So when you have a little melanin in your skin, then that's when the problem happens. Shadeism is real. So I've been looking at some different books, and I'm looking through the list of books that are recommended reading for people who are discovering their identity. And I come across Born a Crime by Trevor Noah. I've already read this book twice, and it's one of the best books I've read. It made total sense to me for my situation. What I understood from the book is that Trevor was born of mixed origin during a time when it wasn't allowed in his country, and so he was born a crime. And he talks about never being white enough, never being black enough. My mother is a, blondish headed ginger, and my father is a African American, with some other stuff mixed in. After doing DNA testing, I found out I am partial, not all the way. So the concept, stop it. So the concept of being half black is what I'm raised in and what I discover and what I work through. So I would like to have a better understanding of my race. I'm just about to beat my dog who's barking. Stop it. And that's what I'm kind of looking at. So any suggestions I would accept, and anyone dealing with other race issues, welcome to comment or text me, or just, shout me out. You know me. It is a weird thing to be raised where you're taught to speak properly because you won't do well if you don't. And that's a thing that I was taught, and it was taught to me, I think, with the greatest of intentions of making sure that I use English in a way that would get me a job. People in the country are constantly asking me questions about being black. It's kind of a new thing, and I'm into the COVID thing right now. I'm in COVID thought, and these people are asking me questions about how's my family doing? Somebody came to me and said, "How's your family doing?" And I went into a whole COVID speech because I thought they were talking about with COVID and me being exposed a lot as an essential worker, and they were literally talking about me being. They said, "No, because you're black," and it was in. I think they were asking with true intentions of concern for my well-being and my family's well-being, but the family that I live with, that I chose, and my family of origin that I am around are all Caucasian, and Mexican. So in my household, there's a half Mexican, half white, and then a quarter Mexican, the rest Caucasian person. So when I think of my family, my brain clicks back to my mom, who's Caucasian, my stepfather, who's Hispanic, these not a household full of African Americans. It was very nice of them to say this, but it prompted me to think, not what am I, but like I was taught by my African American step grandmother, if you have one drop of black blood, you're black. The world sees you as black, they'll treat you as black, behave as if that's what's going on. And this discussion is going kind of wonky, but I'm just thinking on it out loud, and don't know if anybody else has thought on it out loud. I've seen a lot of videos of people with their different ways they were raised and different places they were raised. I was raised mainly in Texas, some in Oklahoma, and being a child, I remember I was living in Hurst, and as a very small child, my mom did not know. She shouldn't have moved me to Hurst with my stepbrother, who is half black, half white also, because the kids couldn't play with me. I had one little friend, this little Indian girl who was allowed to play with me, and she was from India, Indian, and I've loved people from all races, but I'm fond of people from India. I think because they were usually allowed to play with me. I don't know if their families were just accepting or they were outcast by the society too. I don't know, but I've always had my entire life a friend from India that is accepting of me. So it just is this thing that I've always had. But like all the other kids, the minute their parents saw me, then I wasn't allowed to play with them anymore because they would say, my mama said I can't play with you because you're a Nigger lover's child. So it was. I came home and I asked in front of my Caucasian mother and my black step grandmother, "What's an in lover's child?" And was told my African American grandmother was in shock and horror and wanted to throw a fit and have a fight. And my mother was like, "That's what ignorant people call people of mixed origin, because they're jealous." Or I remember it was handled really well by my Caucasian little mom, but what am I? So, to be in a full on adult and find out that I'm not half black, I'm only 23% according to the 2 DNA tests that I took, is another thing. But still, society views you as African American if you have any color to your skin. And I'm really tan right now because of my, because I walk my dogs a lot, so I'm really tan right now. Which sounds really weird because like if I lighten up, then I could be more accepted. But whatever. It is a reality that we live in today, that we're viewed by our skin color. It's reality. Our actions make a difference, but our skin color makes a difference also. I was living in Addison for quite a while and was stopped constantly by the police for no reason at all. And I would say, "What are you stopping me for?" And they'd be like, "Well, we want to know why you're here." Well, because as my driver's license shows, it's in your hand. I live here, and this is where I lease an apartment. So that's why I'm in the apartment complex parking lot where I lease an apartment where I live. Just because why are you stopping me? So I was always being stopped for different stuff, and they didn't have any real reason. They just wanted to search your car and tear up your car and whatever. And I know I dealt with it a lot less than other people have. There's probably many more stories, horrific stories, than what I've ever dealt with. But it is a ongoing thing. When I moved to Dallas proper, which is right across the highway, I had less stops. And a new thing I figured out is once I got a license to carry, and when the police stop you, you're supposed to give your license to carry, give your license, and explain to them where your firearm is, to let them know that you're being upstanding in reality of that. Yes, I know you've already looked me up, and I know you already know I have a firearm, but where is it, to keep safety for the police and for you and whatever. And I have been stopped still for stupid reasons, but I haven't been ticketed. So I don't know if they think, "Oh, she doesn't have sense to have gotten a background check and a license to carry, so we're not gonna ticket her, but we did stop her because of whatever they stopped me for." It was like your turn was too wide, or it's always some stupid bull crap they stop you for. Anyway, what am I? Is it what I view myself as, or what society views me as? What am I? So I'm just kind of looking into that concept and reading more about it. The Born a Crime by Trevor Noah was one of the best books I read about it. And his perspective is so different because he now is doing the Daily Show in a different country than his country of origin. So he's dealing with, probably his accent probably makes people see him, view him differently. It's an interesting topic. I have coworkers now that are the owner of the place I work now, one of the places I work, is from a country that's mixed up too. They have, from what they're saying, 33% of it is African American in their race, because so many people have tried to colonize the place they live that they're all considered of mixed origin, even though they are listed under one race. And they don't see race as much because they don't have as many race problems as they do in Texas, because everyone has a little bit of African American, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Native American Indian in them, or whatever you want to call it. So Native American in them. So the race relations are a little different. So just the concept of thought of who are you because of how people view you. Your actions should make a difference, but I think skin color is the first thing people see, and the way you dress and the way you present yourself. That's all I know. This is me, Born to Sparkle and Shine. Comment down below. Share me if you want to share me, and hit like if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.